Our next story is on Ukraine's hidden wealth. Buried beneath its war-torn soil lies something that the world wants. And yesterday, Kyiv turned that buried wealth into bargaining power. Ukraine has finally signed a minerals deal with the United States, in a move that could reshape both economies. However, this historic agreement has seen some of the nastiest twists. It was in the making for months, and a February showdown between President Donald Trump and President Volodymyr Zelensky at the Oval Office nearly caused it to collapse. Even moments before the accord was about to be signed, negotiations were shrouded in doubt, with Ukraine demanding last-minute changes. But finally, a breakthrough was reached.
Thanks to President Trump's tireless efforts to secure a lasting peace, I am glad to announce the signing of today's historic economic partnership agreement between the United States and Ukraine.
At the center of this deal are key natural resources, and Ukraine is believed to have vast reserves of these: graphite, titanium, and lithium. These are highly sought-after minerals. From electric cars to weapon systems to renewable energy, they can be used anywhere. And the fight to access these commodities has led to diplomatic fallouts. Under the terms of this minerals deal, a US-Ukraine Reconstruction Investment Fund will be created. Ukraine will retain ownership of its resources, but any profits and royalties from new projects will be split 50-50.
Ukraine keeps control over all resources, natural resources, infrastructure which are not part of the fund and deal. Ukraine only makes contributions from new rents and royalties for natural resources. Our contribution will be 50%. No debts or aid that was granted to Ukraine before the deal was signed are not included in the deal. It is our important achievement reached in the talks with the partners. The deal only covers new contributions and new aid.
Now, Trump, who had pushed for this agreement, has framed it as an economic incentive for America. His administration says the deal will give the US a financial reason to keep helping Ukraine's defense rebuilding and post-war recovery. The US hopes this joint fund will help it get back billions in military aid it has provided to Kyiv since the war began in 2022. Still, putting these plans into action won't be easy, because many of the richest mineral sites are occupied by Russia. Hence, extracting them won't be easy. For example, the Donetsk Oblast and Zaporizhia region are rich in lithium, coal, and titanium. So, even though the road ahead is far from clear, it remains to be seen how Trump and Zelensky navigate that. The US and Ukraine might have signed this accord, but Putin still holds some of the cards.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.